Hello and welcome to the VR Master League. Today bringing you French Onward Union versus Spanish Bull Union. This is Season 6, Week 2. Bringing you some rather uncommonly casted teams at the lower end of the leaderboards, but still hopefully just as entertaining to watch, especially during droughts of casts. We will discover you the bans shortly. We will hopefully be hopping into the match quickly. Just a hope. So, for the first map, let's get into this first. First map will be Suburbia. I have seen Spanish Bull Union play very well on Suburbia, possibly another team. I think it is Spanish Bull Union, so I'm looking forward to see if my memory is actually correct or if I'm just hallucinating that. But anyway, the bans are from Spanish Bull Union starting off. They have banned Quarantine. And for French Onward Union, the home team, it is Subway. This is the Battle of the Unions. Subway being banned is not particularly surprising. Nobody likes Subway. It needs a third entrance before anyone actually even considers liking it. Though perhaps they may be a little bit scared of how a team could screw them over by picking such a map that nobody ever plays in League anymore, because it's just so unfair occasionally. What we do have this time round is some rather interesting news. Could possibly be something that brings Spanish Ball Union well above French Onward Union, is that they have Poopachu subbing in for them this match. For some unknown reason, you don't know who Poopachu is. He was a member of Mob Squad for a very long time. He was at Leicester in the first Invitational back in June of 2018, just this year. They came second, but he did leave for unknown reasons, or at least reasons that I do not know. And now he's subbing in for Spanish Ball Union, and I believe that will be a massive advantage for them. Anyway, now that both teams are in the lobby, we should hopefully be hopping into the round very shortly, especially since everyone is nearly readied up. But until then, we got a little bit of this to keep you satiated. A bit of information on the teams. Just read chat and didn't mute my mic while I was saying it out loud. But I can give you some information about the teams, as I just said. Let's bring down that music first of all. Alright. So, let's start off with the home team, French Onward Union, who picked Suburbia. This is their pick, as they are on Marsoc. Both of these teams coming about during Season 4. Is kind of where the league really picked up. That's where all the ESL started kicking off, where a lot of teams came in. Kind of Global really cemented their place above Beginners as they took the #1 slot just at the end of the season, because Beginners lost a boss fight, taking them from #1 to #3. That was very brutal. Really not much information that I can give you here, except for the obvious things like Spanish Ball Union being a Spanish-only team. All members of Spanish Ball Union are Spanish, and French Onward Union, all of them are French. There's one piece of information I could glean out from them, is that this is a battle of the unions. That's all I've got for you. A nice little kind of one-liner. A battle of the unions between the French and the Spanish. That's all I've got for you until further notice, when bullets start flying. Alright, here we are going into gameplay now. This will be the first round, starting off with that Northern West white car objective. Spanish Ball Union, of course, on the defense. I had no idea, but apparently Poopachu speaks Spanish. That is not something I knew. I imagine that is one of the main reasons he did decide to sub in for the Spanish Ball Union today. Take a look at the kind of movements of French Onward Union here. So far it's looking like a kind of a standard 3-2 split, 2 going towards lane 1 and 2, other 3 going towards playground and middle. So far nothing out of the ordinary with this offense or defense. Though it seems French Onward Union are playing quite passively initially. They're sitting very far back considering Spanish Ball Union I don't believe is known for rushing, though admittedly I haven't played them much. Some nades are going to be getting thrown out now. Looks like it's just a little bit of a suppressive smoke. Some offensive nades from the defense. This looks like it came from Xavi, the 15th. We are starting to get some pushes coming out from the French Onward Union now as they come across lane 4. Might have a little bit of a tussle with Pupichu just behind that barrier. Pupichu peaks at the wrong time. Picasso could be getting himself a kill only a minute and 30 seconds in. Like he's going to peak this though. Picasso is very slowly approaching, which is a pretty smart move considering what Pupichu is known for. He should have seen that nade getting thrown by him. He might take down Brazier, but no, it just bounces off the truck instead. And there goes Picasso, taken down by Pupichu, who did peak that eventually. Brazier might be able to get the refrag if he does have a nade on him, but possibly not. Might not realise exactly where he is. He might think he's still behind that kind of a wooden fence that people very commonly pre-fire. Let's take a look at the two members here. There goes Matthew and also Toxics, railed by Ziku through the bush. A double kill in a single magazine. That's definitely something to boost the morale here. Oh, Brazier might have tipped off Pupichu for his position, because there goes a flash. Did blind Brazier. Pupichu's going to be rushing out now. Brazier did manage to just get into cover here. This is pretty lucky for him. And he's going to peek around this pre-fire, and he does get Pupichu. And he's going to be ducking back into the cover now, as they are completely aware of his location. I believe I heard a few shots from either Xavi or Tu Gorison. I believe that's his name. Let's just double check that. Yeah, Tu Gorion. Getting that pick is a pretty big thing, even though it is a 2v4, which is going to be incredibly difficult for them to come back from. If they can deal with Ziku, that will be a huge advantage for them. I'm surprised Punisher, honestly, hasn't peaked this angle yet. Looks like maybe Brazier will do it for him. Look at that, he's playing really dangerous behind that tree. He's got a good line of sight along this entire middle passage, but not much else. No real cover except for the kind of concealment of the smoke behind him, along with the dark underbelly of the truck. And there goes Punisher, taken down by Xavi. Looks like he got a little bit too risky peeking down this middle bit, and he gets taken down and punished because of it. Brazier has got to be aware, and there we go. Ziku does eventually peek it and takes down Brazier. Gotta say, Brazier is not an easy word to say. That first round, that is not bizarre. I don't know why it said it was bizarre. Let's just quickly fix that. There you go. So that first round is going to be going to the Spanish Ball Union, the away team, for this match. Ziku really did that work from the truck position. He got that double kill at the start, which was absolutely detrimental to the French Onward Union. And also picking up Brazier at the very end of the match. That is a very common position. Typically people pre-nade it, but I guess the French Onward Union could not predict such a position from Ziku, as it's quite an aggressive one for a stereotypically passive EU team, as we are all stereotyped to be. Someone said overlay in chat, so I'm kind of scared. Fine. Scare me like that, Enigma. Really spooks me. Feels like I'm getting flashbacks to being Nightfire. Anyway, hopefully hopping into this second round, hopefully very, very shortly. Have a little bit of music while we wait. Yeah, Ziku from that position did absolute work. Pupchu also pretty well in that lane 4, though maybe he could have done some little bit of better work. But here we go into the gameplay now. Straight back in, no messing about. Take a look at Spanish Ball Union here again. I am hearing a little bit of a code here. Possibly going to try for a cap. Maybe gonna hard push lane 1. It does feel like a very Pupchu thing to do. It does. Oh, and judging by this formation, this does look like a full push towards lane 1. Smoke's already coming out, landing perfectly onto Toxics. Another one coming out, also trying to block the way for anyone on the other side of the street. And a third one, very well positioned. Fourth one, all coming in. A little bit of a range. Smoke does team kill Ziku. Pupchu throws one, and it airbursts right on top of him. What was the plan there, Pupchu? Does get the revive at least. He's redeemed himself slightly. But yeah, this is exactly what I said, a hard lane 1 push. Everyone is coming out here. There goes Toxic, taking down, though he is still resible. They should know there's one just around this corner. Picasso's going to pick this, takes down Pupchu. Picasso, though, refragged by 2 Gorrigan. It's actually Gorian, but I'm going to keep saying Gorrigon. I don't know why. But here they go now. Also nading the objective. Another one coming out from French Onward Union. Too far, just rolls away, and Xavi is going for the cap here. Punisher has got to rush in and take this. Toxic was taken down by Ziku's nade. Another one goes down. There goes Punisher. Xavi is going to get this this cap rather, unless Matthew can really clutch it, but no, he can't. And it's going to be a cap as they are completely unaware and unable to rotate for this very quick, hard push cap. Oh damn. That is an extremely climactic second round rather. It might be a 4-0. But again, Ziku really putting the work there. 5-1 now. He's really not messing about today at least. Go take a look at the replays for how they came in there. Hopefully we have enough time they don't start it immediately. There you go, the smoke's coming in, covering perfectly that street. Start to get the push from Zari, and also nades coming out from both sides. One rolling a little bit too far though. If it was airburst, it would have been perfect. Ziku took down Toxic with one, finishing him off on the floor. Punisher is taking down Rushing, the Kappa, and Matthew just can't pull that off. Punished because of it, and that's going to be really, really rough for the second round on Suburbia. Please do tell me if there are any issues with the stream lagging, as it should be a very easy fix if it is lagging, depending on the situation. Apparently it's okay for Button, so I'm gonna go say good, that's not my fault. That's your fault too, old. I'm pinning the blame entirely on you and your internet connection. We're going to be hopping into this third round against the French Onward Union now, with 10 seconds coming in. There you go, match has started now. Will be the third round. But the fact that there's been 3 points already, unless you somehow missed it and have just come in, there was a cap. A very fast, brutal one. I have a feeling it was orchestrated by Pupchu a little bit, but perfectly executed by everyone else on Spanish Ball Union. Though maybe they could have been a little bit more aggressive with it. French Onward Union, they just did not rotate over quick enough. They still had people on the other side of the street while they were pushing in and going for the cap, which is really a big mistake. Like the French Onward Union is going to be playing it yet again a bit too passive at the start. Viewer at least is going to be pushing out some nades from the centre, or rather lane 1. Not going to do anything. I'm not even sure who that was aimed at. It looks like maybe it was aimed for this house, but it went way too far. Oh, that rough range nade. If that was a little bit further, that would have been devastating for French Onward Union. Again, I believe that was 2 Gorion yet again. Might have been Ziku though, I'm not entirely certain. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Ziku, as he has been very good, as we saw just last round. I'm glad to see that French Onward Union has indeed learned. And maybe it was a little bit too late. Before they threw that nade, they should have pre-fired that spot. As the second he threw that nade, their position would have been blown, and he would probably just airburst them or railed them through the bush. It's really not something you want when you're already 3 points down. If you've seen these come in, there goes Matthew taking down lane 1. Ziku did peek him. We're not getting much else movement. Here he goes. Ziku might pick this again, possibly take down Brazier. If a nade comes out from Brazier though, if he manages to pick one up off Matthew's corpse though, he might not. He very luckily gets away from that. There goes Poopshoe taken down by Toxic's nade. Looks like he learned that position, or maybe it was just a bit of a lucky nade. Looks like they actually expected that. And Picasso might be going for a cap here. We might have to take a look. He is proning up, but it doesn't look like he's going for the cap. Looks like he might just be clearing and trying to take down Xavi instead. Never mind, Xavi takes down Picasso instead. He's not so lucky. There goes Brazier, taken down by Ziku as well. Now just 2v4 with 1 res possible, and it's very possible for the Spanish Bull Union. Toxic could potentially take down Xavi if he's not called out by Poopchu, which is very much a possibility. Yes, yes, there goes 2 Gorion, taken down by Punisher. Now Toxic just needs to pick this, take down Xavi, and yes he does. It's evened up to a 2v2 now with 1 res possible for Spanish Bull. Also shots coming across. Ziku is headshot by Toxic. Some really nice single taps across the map. Now it's going to be just all up to Toxic and also Punisher. Servatron's in a really bad position right now. This is cap territory for the French Onward Union, but it doesn't look like they're going to be attempting it because Servatron's going to pick this corner and take down Punisher, or rather, it's a trade. Both of them going down, and the round is taken due to the surviving Toxics. So they could have gone for a cap there. Unfortunate. But at least we're not going to be seeing a 4-0 on the first map. That would be very disheartening to see for the longevity of this match. We might see a comeback from French Onward Union. That's what I'd like to see. I do like the people on the FOU. They are fun. They seem like nice people. Take a look at the replays we captured that round. I believe we only have one, and it was Toxic getting that one tap and also kill onto Xavi. But Punisher did manage to take down 2 Gorion from the centre passageway, where he later lost his life. See that beautiful one tap from Toxic? That really helped, leaving only 1 person left who couldn't cover the objective. If they just realised that, that would have been cap central for the French Onward Union, and that could have brought them back much harder than just 1 point. Well, hopefully we should be hopping into this round very shortly now. Seems they're taking full use of their 2 minutes, so I'm not sure. Looks like it might be the French Onward Union that take full use of their 2 minutes. Hopefully not recurring theme, as the dead air is very unpleasant between rounds. Here we are hopping into the third round now. Or rather the fourth round. Don't want to get those two mixed up. Curious to see if they're going to be doing a very hard push like the second round. I believe Pupshu could pull it off. And I'm seeing a smoke in hand already, so I'm definitely feeling that. Take a look here. Maybe we're going to be seeing an aggressive defense from the French Onward Union. This could be a good stop to the Spanish Bull Union's attack. They just need to focus on lane 3 and 4 as much as possible. Toxic does have this second central alley very well covered, but he's facing the wrong way. And these smokes are coming in very hard and fast. They've got to be very worried. Here goes Xavi going in. Also 2 Gorion. Xavi's on the objective. Matthew hasn't realised. He's capping it, throws a nade out, takes down 2. Pupshu also rushes out, also gets headshot by Matthew, and the nade finishes off Xavi as well. Very brutal. 3 taken down in the space of 30 seconds. Now it's up to Toxics to defend the centre passageway. Servitron also taken down on lane 4. All up to Ziku now, the last man alive. Free firing through the bush, but it won't be enough. Desperately retreating now. Trying to call on to the rest of his team, but there is no rest of the team to help rescue him. Matthew's coming in with his flank now. We might be seeing a very clean round, and yeah, he waits to get his shot a little bit better lined up, and down goes Ziku. A very clean round for the French Onward Union. We may be seeing that comeback indeed. If the French Onward Union can secure a cap this round, that would be detrimental for Spanish Bull Union, losing from that 3-0 lead. It's a tank objective, so a cap is in the realm of possibility here, but I've not seen French Onward Union go for many caps in their team's history. Take a look at the replay from the first round, or rather the second round. This beautifully orchestrated push comes in from the Spanish Bull Union. French Onward Union fails to rotate anyone over really, and they just go straight onto it. Xavi rather gets that cap. The nades are very on point for the Spanish Bull Union as well, along with the cover to defend that cap, but just couldn't pull that off a second time on this round, and they just failed. Looks like they all just swarmed objective without actually checking any angles. They just went straight onto the objective, not bothering to check at all, and that really ruined them. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see who is the winner of this Battle of the Unions match. Pupshu subbing in for Spanish Bull is a huge boon for them, but I'm not sure if it will be able to pull up every part of the Spanish Bull Union, as there's more to a team than just pure individual skill. We go 5th round. Could potentially beat the final round as well, but we will have to wait and see about that. I don't see everyone checking the code, so I have a feeling they're going to be just securing the kills then. Or maybe they just have one dedicated capper, that being Matthew. If we see a little bit more aggression from French Onward Union, that would be fantastic and probably really help them out. A few aggressive nades and they will take down Ziku and also Xavi, because you can expect people to be here. Less commonly you can expect 2 Gorion to be hiding underneath that APC, but it does happen quite often still. Looks like they're just waiting for any flankers, waiting out the time, maybe waiting for members on the lane 4 and also lane 1 to catch any flankers, but apart from that, they're sitting back and waiting. They're just looking at their clock, running down the time, which is not the best tactic because you need that time to maneuver if your initial large push goes sideways. Xavi does have a very nice position looking underneath the Humvee here. Probably can't see it due to the first person camera, but he's looking through the gaps in the bush here, looking for any pixels moving underneath that Humvee, and he could potentially catch Punisher if he comes out and tries to move behind here. But we are getting a little bit of a nade on towards the objective, or rather it's a smoke on the objective instead. If that was a nade and a little bit angled towards the left, it could have taken down Xavi, but that looks like another smoke, or rather no, that is a nade, takes down Xavi, finally orchestrated well. Lots of smokes on the objective, but they're kind of just overlapping. They could have done all of that with just one smoke. And there goes 2 Gorion as well, taken down by Toxics. Got a bit choked up there, 2 very difficult names to say. And it's revive from, rather, I almost said team kill, but a revive gets Xavi up. Ziku does secure that, but Ziku also gets down by another nade. Oh, that's very unlucky, just popped out of cover, but Xavi could potentially get this revive as well. Repay the favour to him. Should have seen Matthew's feet move under there, though maybe it was a little bit too tight of an angle. He wasn't low enough, possibly. But there are shots coming out. Looks like it's just trying to suppress Punisher. Not much effect, though. There goes Servitron, taken down by Toxic. Really doing work on this side, but never mind. Taken down also by Pikachu. It is a 2v4 situation now. 1 res possible, very possible. But we're going to see Matthew come around there and get railed by Pikachu. Still evened up to a 3 and likely going to be a 3-3, though it's currently 3-2. Brajur could do very good work from that 2-story centre house, but he's going to have to expect Pikachu to be here. Never mind, he gets taken down, headshot by Punisher as he tries to move up and get the revive. Maybe Xavi has no to range. There goes Punisher, taken out by Xavi, and also the refrag from Picasso. And that round is going to be secured by the FOU, and it's going to be brought to a 3-3. Very smooth round for the French Onward Union, especially with the moves Toxics had on that lane 1, taking down 2. He must have like proned on the floor to get some sight on towards 2 Gorion. There's no way he could have expected him to be there, or maybe he did expect him. Maybe he knows things I don't, which is very possible. But, you know, having Xavi just put over that suppressing fire to punish, I'm not sure what entirely we got captured here. It looks like it was Toxic getting that nice headshot onto Servitron, but unfortunately refragged by Pikachu, and then we get that main push, it seems. Matthew taking down that lane 4 side. There was no main push really, thinking about it. It was all kind of just slowly picking them off from a distance and very, very slowly moving up that centre side. There goes Pikachu. He tried to get that revive. I'm not sure what he was actually planning to do. But Punisher is also taken down by Xavi, but the refrag comes out. I'm still not sure what Pikachu tried to do. I'm trying to rack my brain over that, but maybe he tried to get the revive and Xavi had no range. That's possible. Really, I can't think of anything that could have possibly caused him to run over there. Could have just gone to the tank and thrown his syringe, physically thrown it to his friends and allowed them to use that syringe to revive the downed member. Unfortunately, we didn't see any of that. Maybe it was a little bit of a mistake. Maybe it was something I currently cannot think of. Maybe Pikachu has some master plan in mind I'm not worthy to decipher. We'll never know. As we are hopping into this round now. This will be the 7th and possibly final, 6th rather, and definitely final rounds of this match. I'm curious as to what the Spanish Bull Union is going to do here. This is very much hard rush territory. maybe not. Looks like it might be just a little bit of a fan out, an even fan out along all sides. Relatively standard defense position, so a little bit aggressive on the porch there. Especially considering he has no real visual backup. Maybe a little bit from Punisher, but it probably won't be enough to actually save him from any kind of threat. There's definitely going to be no revives coming for him. There goes Picasso, taken out by Poopchu. He got way too ballsy peeking that corner, and he gets punished because of it. And Poopchu's going to be ready with these nades on towards the sandbags. Although that's a smoke. And also a nade. From the opposing team, nonetheless. Not entirely sure what the plan was there, but he does take down Punisher. That was an incredibly long nade. I'm not entirely sure how that actually got him. That is incredibly unlucky. There goes Zavi, taken out by Toxics. That porch position doing work. But he's going to have to take down Servichon as well, and that he does. Now it's just up to a 3v3. Ziku, the only member left on lane 4, and Punisher revives, Bridger rather, revives Punisher. But 2 taken down. Looks like he managed to team kill Brazil. That is unfortunate. But they're going to get the revive as well. Poopshoot also down for that nade. Ziku also comes across and gets 1. Brazil taken down. Matthew looks like he has a nade ready. We're going to have to be following this. This could potentially end the round, but no. It bounces way far, and there's still another member of Spanish Bull Union alive. Just behind center house. There goes Ziku. Now it is 3v1, and this map rather, most likely going to be taken by the French Onward Union. Punish's position is rather now defunct, so I'm not entirely sure why he's still holding that, but he very much is. Two Gorion's in a really bad way right here. He has no real way to move up to any kind of useful position. Lane 1, maybe. Lane 1 is a possibility, but he'd have to deal with Toxic on the porch, who will likely hear him coming around the APC. Then it should be relatively clear sailing as long as he takes down Matthew and Punisher doesn't rotate too much out of that kind of back spawn house area. But he does have plenty of time, so he can do whatever the hell he wants, really. Gorion doesn't look like he will expect Toxic to be there, which is rather unfortunate, as he very much is. But Toxic looks like he won't even see 2 Gorion if he does sneak up here. Or rather, he has flicked back, and there goes 2 Gorion. Really should have expected that, and this round is going to be going for the French Onward Union. Coming back from that 3-0, that is beautiful. That is very nice to see. Absolutely gorgeous. That is definitely what you want in a match, coming back from a 3-0. Spanish Bull Union are not going to be too happy about that. I can tell you that for sure. I know I wouldn't be. Now we're going to be seeing what the second map is going to be. This will be the Spanish Bull Union's pick. I'm curious to see what it will be. Go now, let's see. This is Downfall, the picked map by the Spanish Bull Union. That is a rather strange pick. They've got to be very confident on Downfall to be able to take that Volk disadvantage, as they are on Marstock instead of Volk. Giving up Volk advantage on Downfall is really not something you want to see. But there you go, and if you want to rehash the bans, Subway from the French Onward Union and Quarantine from the Spanish Bull Union. But hopefully hopping into the next round very shortly. I hope at least. all of the French Onward unit is readied up, so hopefully it will not be too long until they're ready to go. Alright, both teams are now readied up, so we should hopefully be hopping into this first round of the second map now very shortly. Starting off, I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek of the objective. It's going to be an east dumpster objective, which has some very interesting spawns. Could be a northwest spawn, could potentially be a old Marsrock spawn, or it could be a very, very unfortunate northeast spawn, which is probably the worst spawn of any map, any objective in the game. I hate it. Alright, here we go into the gameplay now. This will be an interesting round to see how things are going to turn out. First round of the second map. It's going to be a northeast spawn. That's pretty unfortunate for the Spanish Bull Union. Pupichu's ready to get straight out of the gate here. I can see a smoke on his chest. I can see a smoke on most players on the Spanish Bull Union's chest. Curious to see how they will use them. Will they go in hard like they did on Suburbia on the second round, or will they go nice and slow on downfall? We're seeing a 4-on-1 split already. 4 going down, 1 staying up in that east, trying to take control of the twins, which really you need to do for this objective. Getting control of the twins is a massive boon. There goes Servitron, taken down by Matthew. Not sure where he is. All the way from the valley, the entrance of the valley. 2 Gorion also got tagged there. That's a hell of a sight line to have. That they lost Servitron. Well, that's unfortunate. Just 40 seconds in, they're already down a player, but Pupichu, he doesn't care. He's burning his path along this western flank. Meanwhile, the west of his team is kind of just sitting back, kind of too scared to move now. And they've actually decided to waste their smokes here, even though they really don't need to if they just stay quite nice and low. I'm unsure as to what they're actually planning with those smokes, and what is 2 Gorion doing going to that kind of position. Questionable movements from the Spanish Bull Union. But the rest of the team has now caught up with Pupichu, though, minus that one member that did get picked. Deku, that's who it is coming up this eastern flank. Picasso doesn't actually look to be aware of him. Deku should have completely free movement up to the valley, or maybe he can just sneak up this kind of angle here, walk straight up to Picasso, just take him down from the back. Maybe throw a nade in the window. He's not looking at the right side of the tank, though. Never mind. He did just peek out there, but Ziku was lucky enough to swap back just in time. What is Ziku doing? Is he readying a nade? No, he looks like he just was reloading his LMG. I don't imagine we'll be seeing too much action in a little while. He's actually going for this cross here. Picasso is totally unaware. He didn't see him come across, and there he goes, walking up to the valley, and he's going to be doing some serious damage. Picasso also could do some serious damage if he doesn't realize that Picasso's in there. There goes Toxic, taken down by Xavi as well. Really nice shot from just over the head truck there, and there goes Brazier as well, taken down. Unsure as to where he was. Looks like he was on the objective in the dark room, and he got took down there, but there's going to be a revive coming out for Toxics here. That'll be a big boon for the French Onward Union. But there goes Xavi, taken down by Toxic. Again, that refrag. He didn't bother to watch those windows. He was more concerned with those windows there. As maybe they didn't call out the kill. Maybe they weren't certain. Who knows? We also have Ziku coming up here. He's definitely aware of Picasso's presence. That is for certain. There is no doubt about this now. The question is, what is he going to do about it? There goes Toxics, confirmed by Pupichu now. After that revive, he was put down yet again by the secret star of the Spanish Bull Union. Yeah, look at this. Picasso is totally unaware where he could be coming from. And his teammates are just dropping like flies. And it's going to be a 3v3, now a 3v2. As Matthew does pick up that nice shot on towards Pupichu. That is a big loss for the Spanish Bull Union. Looks like he just managed to catch his head as he peeked over that kind of a wall there from the two-story. I guess maybe they didn't expect two people to be in here still. It's definitely a possibility. But 2 Gorion, this will end in your death if you're particularly unlucky. Sneaking up here, keeping a little bit of an eye on the objective there. Oh damn, Picasso, if he peeks that doorway, he's going to be in a bad way. Looks like he actually has his hands and stock laid out on the floor, and he's just waltzing towards the dumpster rather. He's in no position to shoot right now. He's a sitting duck. There goes Picasso. Eventually is taken down by Ziku. That's a very important pick. That's going to be putting a lot of pressure on the French Onward Union for their kind of southern flank here. The question is, are they positioned to actually deal with it? Punisher definitely isn't. And Matthew is way too focused on this kind of a northwestern side to actually give any kind of attention towards the south. He's going to be throwing an out his window. It's going to go way too short. Not going to do a single thing. Maybe a little bit farther. Maybe smacking his wall. It might have helped. And there goes Matthew, picked off by Ziku. Doing some insane work from that two-story south wind now. And 2 Gorion's moving in. He's on the objective. Picasso is in no way to actually defend this. He's going to be spraying into the objective room, but nothing's happening. But Punisher, he isn't actually rotating in the slightest. 2 Gorion is on the objective again. Punisher is just starting to rush out now. But he's going the wrong direction. And 2 Gorion gives up on the captain. He's moving out. He might get team killed. He does almost get team killed by Ziku. That is really dangerous. And the Spanish Bull Union run out of time. They could have got the cap there, but no, they're completely and utterly fluster it. They run out of time despite the ability of capping being well underway. That is very unfortunate for the Spanish Bull Union. There you go. Looks like he's having a little bit of trouble with the maps there. Not sure why, but it is. They're kind of worrying. I'll yell to Viper about it. He's sick, but he can deal with it. It's not my problem. He made this. Wow, that is so unfortunate. Running out of time just at the end of the round. A 1v2 as well, and a team kill as well, possibly. I didn't keep an eye on their watch, and they were severely punished for that. Losing 2 points. Or at least losing what could have been 2 points. It would have been a confirmed 1 point at least. Look at those replays. Here you have Matthew taken down from Ziku, which is a really nice long shot with that LMG. He did a lot of nice work with it, though he did almost team kill his friend 2 Gorion pushing up. Look at this here. He tries to go for the cap. He gives up, sprays an entire mag inside the room. Punisher still hasn't rotated. He sprays another half mag inside the room. Tries to go for the cap. Here's Punisher move and gets spooked because of it. Continue that clip. Yeah, he just sprays another half mag in. Goes for the cap. Here's Punisher move well behind him. Ziku unaware. And he just flusters. He runs out of the building, almost gets team killed. Almost also team kills Ziku, and they run out of time. It's utterly unfortunate for the Spanish Bull Union. That's going to be haunting their days for a while, that's for sure. But here we go, into the second round now. There's going to be a northwest spawn compared to the north and east spawn that the Spanish Bull Union got last round. This is a much more preferable spawn for them to get, though. They do entirely give up this eastern flank, as it's way too dangerous to go over there. We already have smokes coming out actually from the French Onward Union, blocking the view. And there goes Pupichu, downed already by Picasso. Really nice long shot. It's going to be a revive here, unless they try and just lock him down here, just spray the body. Maybe going to pick up 2 Gorion. It's possible. Yeah, 2 Gorion is going to pick up Pupichu there. If they could have confirmed that kill, that would have been huge. Getting a pick on Pupichu, a really star player, so early would have been an enormous boon. But they have Xavi watching out this northern east flank. Might tag Toxic. There goes Servitron, taken down by Matthew. He's been a real sharpshooter for the French Onward Union, both maps. He's just suppressing and kind of pre-firing any possible spots that the Spanish Bull Union could have put members inside of. Like he's not actually hitting any targets, though. He has been tipped off to Xavi's position. There's a interesting one from Pupichu. Not many people take this hill on the defense. Normally it's just inside the white building, or possibly in that kind of nook and cranny right there, where it gives you pretty nice cover and a good vision over the centre and also northeast. Xavi let a member of the French Onward Union past him. And the objective is actually totally open. The only man actually defending it is Pupichu. He has a very good angle coming up the centre side, but if they smoke that out, it's going to be a very bad position for the Spanish Bull Union to be in. There you go, there's Punisher. I was looking for him. Looking in that window very, very diligently, looking for anyone possibly peeking out there, but nobody's in there. They've given up on that position. Maybe the guy there was Servitron. Servitron, who was picked off just at the start. Here come the smokes, blocking 2 Gorion. Yeah, 2 Gorion completely smoked out from this kind of angle. That's very good smoke from a crouched position. And there goes 2 Gorion, headshot by Matthew. The sharpshooter really putting in work there. Very impressive. And also a little bit of shots from Xavi. There goes Brazil, taken out by Pupichu from that hill. That's a good pick to have. They don't want 2 people attacking from this kind of angle, but Xavi, he's in such dangerous position. Picasso does put some shots over from that eastern side, but is not hitting anything. They need more smokes on the objective so they can go for the cap. If they can get that, this will be a smooth ride for the French Onward Union. To deal with that Pupichu and also deal with Xavi, and they are in Cap City. There goes Ziku trading with Toxics, though that is going to be an advantage for the Spanish Bull Union as he is resable. Xavi's still getting a little bit antsy about peeking out of this doorway, and rightfully so. There goes Picasso downed. Punisher has to get the refrag here. He needs this for his team, and yes, he does get the refrag, though it is not a confirmed kill. He really needs that confirmed kill. This is a 2v1 situation. I'm not sure why this second guy is. Oh, of course, it's Matthew coming up from the flank. This marksman, the marksman with a red dot, is actually pulling through and is starting to come in. Pupichu's going to have to get a revive on somebody. possibly not, and they coming out on towards the objective. This might tag Pupichu if he runs this corner, but no, it's a smoke. Very unfortunate, and Pupichu's going to peek this. Going to peek this wall. They have to be wary of this. Pupichu is very diligently watching this, and he could end this round right here, right now, and bring it to a 1-1. There goes Punisher, there you go, taken down, but Matthew picks it up the slack and manages to tag Pupichu as he comes around. Very smooth round for the French Mod Union. Take a look at that replay or that. Oh. There we go. This replay right here. If that was a nade, that would have been absolutely perfect for the French Mod Union. I really thought that if Punisher had gone around that corner, Pupichu would have been ready for him, and he was ready for him, but he had some kind of second sense, and Pupichu gave up watching the angle the second they started moving, and they do get the very smooth kill on towards Pupichu. Less than 30 seconds going into this third, and what could be a comeback for Spanish Ball Union, depending on how they like to play this kind of Western bungalow objective. It is potentially a cat, but it will be very difficult. They'd have to play off some very nice angles. Unless French Ball Union gets a bit too ballsy with their defense, it just starts peeking every which way. So we go now, third round of the second map. Potentially the good. I'm not gonna possibly call it now. I don't want to jinx it for the French Mod Union, but this could be a repeat of the last map, just in the reverse. French Mod Union 3-0, and the Spanish Ball Union pull it back up to a 4-3. I don't want to jinx it for the Spanish Ball Union or the French Mod Union, but I've said it. It's out in the air now. There we have Pupichu putting up some early shots. He does see one Brazier go towards that. He stumps him, but it's not going to be enough. A bit of a phantom zoom there. This is a interesting defense here. They've stacked two inside the center hotel. That's not something you see very often. Normally people stack north a little bit higher, but considering they know the spawn, that's a pretty decent move, honestly. Really solidifies the center of the map a lot. Oh, I'm not sure if Xavi saw Matthew peek that doorway there, but if he did, he's going to be in a bad way. No, it looks like he didn't. He ducked back into cover, and looks like he might be moving up already. No, he's just strangely peeking out, going straight out into the open. Not sure what his plan is. Prone, and really in this situation you just need to run, as Brazier does take him down with what sounds like a very silenced weapon. Really, you never ever prone out in the open like that. It will end in your death. If you have to move out in the open, you run. Everything else will end up you dead. It looks like it was a silenced rifle by Brazier. I wonder if we can figure out which rifle exactly. And it is... I don't remember what it's called. The AK-74U, I believe. I use it all the time and I don't know the name. That's depressing. My Onward knowledge is severely lacking. I'm sorry, I failed as a caster today, everybody. That's an interesting angle that Might be possible for 2 Gorion if he had the kind of insane precognition and sight required to catch Punisher through that window. Wouldn't be able to shoot it as it's bulletproof, but it would still be very good info. But Spanish Board Union are playing this very slow yet again. Rather disturbing to see, as 3 minutes 30 they're still stuck in this southern flank. Bit more fire coming off, not actually hitting anything though. Not even sure who it was aimed against. Maybe it was up to Servatron on that hill, which is definitely possible. Up that zoom amount, get you a really nice zoomed in angle on Matthew here. A little bit of fire coming out from Ziku in the centre bit, but again, not going to do anything yet. Matthew is just waiting for people here. And also Brazier, he's in a really good position to defend here actually. They continue with this south defense despite knowing that there was someone in this dumpster building. I'm unsure as to why, as he has all of the cover and the time in the world. If he peeks this will be likely a kill for Brazier. Oh, he swaps back. He hears Pupushu moving about and he decides to give up that angle. Looks like Servatron was taken down as he tried to push in. Also, 2 Gorion came around that corner and was taken down by Brazier. Pupushu possibly going to be the next casualty. Have to wait and see. He's very much aware of Matthew's kind of position up there, just in the stairwell. Question is he aware of Brazier? He really should be. It was a silenced weapon, but God, they're not that silent, man. Joe's getting really ballsy pushing up behind him here. Pupushu's starting to throw nades in, but if Ziku comes out this door, he's going to get taken down. And yes, he does. It's a trade, however. Ziku taken down. Brazier also, though. 1v4 situation. I think we know who the victor is going to be here. He still isn't aware of the fact that Brazier is down behind him. Down. American accent there. Down behind him. I have a feeling Pupushu might be slightly deaf. He's completely unaware of Brazier's living status. He wasn't even sure if he was there earlier. Maybe he just trusted his team so much. He did see Matthew said that was lucky. If he stood there a second longer, Matthew would have very much gotten capped. He's starting to rush up now. He doesn't have a care in the world. He's rushing in. Takes down Picasso. He is hit though. That's dangerous. He has to deal with Matthew now. And also the member just in that North Heli building. He does suppress him, but not much else. You can hear Matthew stomping up and downstairs. Question is, will he do anything about it? No, he's given up. You can hear him move behind him. Takes down Matthew. This could be a clutch play. This could very much be a clutch play for the Spanish Ball Union, but no. He is taken down eventually. Damn, if he'd taken down Toxics, that would have been a hell of a clutch play, but it's going to go 3-0 on this round. Now is the round to see. Will this be a comeback for the Spanish Ball Union, or will it just be a clean 4-0 for the French Onward Union? That's the question we got to ask now. See how kind of oblivious Pupushu was. He seemed totally unaware that Brazier was not right next to him. Maybe the silenced weapon kind of made him a little bit uncertain as to whether it was friendly or enemy, and he just assumed friendly. That's the only real reason I can think of. There you go, Servatron gets taken down rather by Matthew, and 2 Gorion is also rounding the corner and gets killed because of it. Then you have the attempted clutch play. Takes down Picasso, almost takes down Toxics in that 2-story North Heli. He tries for Matthew as well. Gets a little bit scared, runs out the door. Peeking this is actually so dangerous. The fact that he survived is amazing. He ducks back in, tries to go for Matthew, and he's running off the adrenaline now. And he goes out and gets taken down by Toxics. If he'd played it a little bit smarter... Oh, I just checked the time, 20 seconds, yeah. You can't play that any smarter with such limited time. That is just unfortunate. If they played faster at the start, they could have got that, I think. They would have given a lot more time to Poochoo to play as he likes to, rather than being pressured into rushing forward. Here we go now into the game. This will be the 4th round. Or could potentially be a final round for the French Mod Union. We will have to wait and see. Speak Spanish, feel free to translate in the chat so people know what's going on. They're not going to be sending anyone towards Crater. That's an interesting move. Or they might send someone northwest. They're probably going to get firing lined. Zervatron does move in, but no, he makes it out safely, despite the 3 shots coming at him. And Matthew gets taken down by Ziku. Headshot. What kind of angle did he actually have? Where is Matthew? Or rather Ziku, yeah, he was in that window. I thought he was a little bit further back. That spooked me for a second. I thought there was some kind of insane angle that I wasn't aware of. Servatron in this building is pretty risky getting in there, but now that he's in there and entrenched, it could be a really good position for him. Punisher's playing this so riskily. He's just sitting on the corner. If he just runs into this room here and gets some shots over towards Ziku, pre-fires it, it's possible he could get it, but it would be risky. More risky than I'd be comfortable with in a league match. You have to deal with Xavi and also 2 Gorion just sitting on the objective just behind the wall. If he peeks that out, it will be very bad news for Picasso, as I don't think he has the reaction time. Never mind. Ignoring the reaction time, he does get Pipshu headshot on the center hotel. Instead of reaction time, I was going to instead say kind of stability when lying down. It's not the easiest, but never mind. These smokes are pretty well placed to allow them to cross in, and they run out just in time for Brazier to get across. I'm not sure why they're smoking out the helicopter. That is a long since impossible position, but maybe they expected someone to be there. Punisher does take some shots from Xavi just in the brothel building, but is allowed to cross freely. And also Ziku's not bothering to watch the angle anymore. They're more concerned with the center of the map rather than the angle he's supposed to be defending. Still lots of suppressive fire coming out. He's doing good work. It probably won't be enough as he does get taken up by Toxics. Really nice shots. We're getting some serious marksmanship from the French Onward Union here. I'm surprised that Spanish Ball Union picked this map, as it's going very much against their favour. There goes Picasso, down by Ziku. The question is Brazil going to try for a reflag? He is confirmed by Ziku. There goes Braziers also. Looks like he just wandered down, gets taken down, but Toxics starting to move in now. He does have free reign up towards the objective. Everyone's focused on towards the centre and also north. If 2 Gorion goes down, it's going to be a clean run from the French Onward Union, I believe. Though I may have jinxed them, and it might be go to a 4-3. I'm sorry if that's the case. We'll have to see.
Tenéis vista sobre la antena, ¿no?
Keeping a nice angle on this lower red truck, rather, stairwell, but they're not moving in from there anymore. They're moving in from the other side of the building, which he has an angle for, but it will be very risky to actually get to watching it. as he would have to fully expose himself to cross to the other side of the window where the light is just there, you can see. I want to see Toxic start pushing in. There is 2 minutes left. They need to start moving. Ziku is a bit of a threat picking up these windows for him. They might be able to make it across, but no. Ziku did pick that window. He didn't see him. He apparently somehow did not see Toxics move across the map here. And he's going to take the Center Hotel. Minute 45. He's in a very good position here. 2 Gorion, he's standing up. He's going to get taken down by Toxics here. Unless he's a very good shot. But no, Toxic has it 12 times. He might not be able to line up the shot, but he did see 2 Gorion. And there goes the headshot. This is cap territory. Just need to deal with Ziku. They need to distract him some way. I'm not sure what Servatron is doing, still sitting back there. He should have long since rotated over. Looks like Punisher burnt himself on the heli a little bit. He had to heal himself there, but I didn't hear any shots come towards him. Oh no. Punisher, you gotta realise that's friendly. Some sniper fire coming out from Servatron, though it is an SKS with a holo. I still class it as sniper fire. There goes Toxics, taken on by Ziku. 1v2 situation. Not sure whether revive is possible. That looks like it is onto Toxics. I thought he was actually confirmed by Ziku, but apparently not. If FOU Punisher rushes the objective here, this could be a 5-0. He just needs to be very, very quick about it. If he takes down Ziku also, this will be very smooth. He's keeping an eye on that window. He has 30 seconds left. He needs to speed up a little bit. Oh, but no. Ziku does take him down eventually. Punished for just standing out in the open there. If he ran towards the objective, he could have got it, but no. This could be the start of the insane comeback. Take a look at the things we saw previously. It was this replay where we saw that nice push. We need to see more of this from the Spanish Ball Union. See this really nice smoked out coordinated push. You got Xavi pushing onto the objective. French Onward Union not rotating in time. We need to see more of this if Spanish Ball Union wants any chance of coming back. Xavi is going to get this cap rather, unless Matthew can really clutch it, but no, he can't. We need more of that if Spanish Ball Union want any chance. Take a look at what this replay could be. Like it is the push up towards the hotel. We're not interested in that. We don't need that. Let's take a look at the attempt of Punisher from this current round. Well, the previous round now. He had rushed towards the objective just now. He would have got this easy, but kept crawling up to the objective. He didn't put any suppressive fire down. He should have sped up. That's what I'm thinking. 30 seconds left. He was very pressured. He could just out. He had the cover advantage and he out-aimed him. It's unfortunate. In other news, it looks like Poopshoe has been subbed out for Quokka. I'm not sure as to what the move is there. Maybe I did see Oswald ask in the chat about Poopshoe and Sanchez, the captain of Spanish Ball Union, needing to contact him, but maybe there were some issues with scheduling or something, or not scheduling, him leaving a team or something. I'm not entirely certain. Here we go. This will be the 5th round, and without the star member Poopshoe, I'm not entirely sure how well it'll go for the Spanish Ball Union. They go, starting to roll out now though. It looks like it's going to be 2 going on to the objective. Toxics splitting off for that kind of south bungalow area. Lots of shots coming out. It's 2 Gorion planning. He's not down, he's just prone. He's in a really bad position. If he stands up or exposes a single leg, it's going to be taken down. You can see those shots coming out from who I can only assume is Matthew. And yes, it is. He knows he's there, he's ready for it. But he's actually not watching the angle anymore. He's swapped off. Gonna slowly move down. Really, the best thing to do is get up and just sprint down there. There's not much of an angle. As long as he can get up quick enough, he should be able to get out there. Ziku also should have an angle on towards Matthew. Whether you can actually see him at this kind of distance, it seems a lot longer in VR. Whether you can actually see him, I'm not certain. At this kind of distance, it devolves into a suspicious tan smudge. It's a suspicious tan smudge. A lot of suppression fire coming out from him, though. The rest of the team also moves up with it. Looks like that was well coordinated. Matthew is putting some shots over there, but it's not going to do anything. Well, there you go. I thought they'd already be to the West Bungalow, but apparently not. They have only now just reached it. Quokka and also Servatron. Quokka, the new reservist for the Spanish Ball Union, if you missed the pre-round discussion. But Xavi's doing some good work with that suppression. Ziku rather, not Xavi. There goes Brazier, taken down by the true Xavi. He was the guy on objective. He peeked that window and got capped. Punished because of it. They're going to get the revive though. Punisher rushes out there, gets him. Still a 5-5, 3 minutes 30 left. We're already 2.5 minutes in. Here goes Zav with that cross now. Very risky, but he does survive. As long as Matthew doesn't come around that kind of angle on the hill there, it should be relatively okay to sneak up all the way to the corner of the building here. Well, Toxic could have caught him there, but he didn't. That was very close, but here comes Matthew, peeking over the hill like some kind of monster. Xavi's not going to expect any pops up from shots, and there goes Xavi, down by Matthew. Matthew just needs to get that confirmation now. There also goes Quokka, headshot by Toxics. Ziku also moving up to the South Bungalow now. Will Toxics hear him? That's the question. He's definitely heard him now, at least. He's just outside the building with a big LMG. We also have the sniper fire of Picasso coming from the south winds. There goes Ziku taking down Toxics with a headshot with the LMG. Very close range, splaying through that window. 2.5 minutes now. Time is going down quick. They need to deal with Picasso if they want to push out of Center Hotel. Can Ziku do the work he did on that first round? Xavi is still not confirmed by Matthew yet. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe he's just baiting a revive. But he's giving away so much information by letting him stay alive. It's not worth the basing out the revive. Ziku, I don't believe how he managed to survive that. He really should have gotten taken out by Picasso there, but he didn't. Now he's completely boxed in by both Punisher and Picasso. The double P duo. Ready to deliver pain to Ziku, and yes, they deliver that pain indeed. Ziku goes down. Punisher punishing him. Really got those name puns out of the way there. Three in a row. Oh, Servatron headshot by Brazier as well. The French Onward Union are just picking them off one by one, very clean. Now the question is, what is Tugorian going to actually do about this? 60 seconds. A revive possible, though very dangerous. The 4v1. He's in a bad way. Can he take down Picasso? He probably can't even see him. But Picasso equally can't see him from this kind of angle. Well, not the angle, more the cover. But Tugorian is just rushing out into the middle. He's not aware of Matthew, even though he must have gotten called out and he gets taken down. And the French Union are going to take this 4-1. There is no clutch comeback like the French Onward Union during Suburbia. Just clean, hard, and taken by the French Onward Union. That means the French Onward Union have already taken this match. don't know how the last map's gonna play out or what it's gonna be. Might be bizarre. I've seen that pop up on the map and mode selection screen that I can see. Be a nice pick, and yes, it is gonna be bizarre. The third map now, this is going to be bizarre. A nice map, and one I like to see very much. I believe this was the French World Union's pick. Unless the other team gave up their option to pick a map. That's what we're going to see. And yes, this was a pick by French World Union. To rehash the bans, we have Quarantine from the Spanish Ball Union and Subway from the opposing team, the French Onward Union. We should hopefully be hopping in soon, but I need to grab some more water, so I'll see if we can delay it just a little bit. I'm sorry, but I need this. Here we go now, I am back, I am well watered, and we'll be hopping into this round immediately. Absolutely no wasting time. It's going to be a West objective to start off with French Onward Union on the offense, as they did pick this map. I'm curious to see how they will attack this. It looks like they might be sending everyone straight down the street. Yeah, it looks like Hoopshu may still be on cooldown. I'm curious to see how the how that affects the Spanish Ball Union on those previous maps. Might not matter at all. Might be a bit of a detriment. You might lose points for it. I'm not sure. I'm not a league mod. Go ask them. Couple following Brazier here. There you go. Rather standard defense from the Spanish Ball Union, except for the guy sitting on pallets. That's kind of risky. Very risky. Oh, and of course this, don't worry, I didn't forget. There you go. Round 1 of the final map. French Onward Union have already taken the match, but this one is for the MMR. Xavi, if they do see him, he's going to be in a really bad way, but he might be able to get out scot-free if he stays nice and low and is lucky enough to not get caught and pre-fired. But once they know he's there, it's bad news. Looks like he's mainly watching towards the east side of the west courtyard though. Not actually looking towards the southern side. Which is kind of where he needs to be looking, as that's where the people are going to be able to pick him off from. As long as he keeps an eye on the that roof there, and also, to an extent, that one there, he should be relatively okay. But if he gets seen from there, it's game over. Instantly. But so far, French Onward Union are keeping their theme with being very passive starting off with, but these are standard positions. There goes Ziku. Looks like he was, in fact, seen. And he gets downed on that west side, or rather it's not the Xavi sitting behind the pallets, it's the Ziku. Not sure what he was planning, stomping about that building like that. He has no cover there, that's very risky. Xavi's also in a really bad way, especially with that nade that might give away his position. Wow. Look at that trajectory. Amazing. Can't do that intentionally, that's for certain. But look at all these coordinated smokes. Looks like FAU are ready to move in. It's going to be 3 minutes. Looks like a lot of suppression fire coming out from Ziku. Not going to do anything though. Looks like a nade dropped out. Not going to do anything. Brazier, Ziku does get taken down by Matthew eventually through the smoke. Picasso and also Punisher taken out along with Matthew. Headshot Quokka doing that serious work from the flank. Though he didn't see Toxics. He walked straight past him. Brazier might also get taken down here, but we'd have to wait and see. Here goes Quokka going for the flank on Brazier, and oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this! That is insult to injury. Brazier stares at the enemy and Quokka also equally stares at him like a kangaroo in headlights. Alright, I'm not sure if kangaroo is actually staring to the things, but a team kill from Quokka also. Xavi. Unfortunate, but they are going to get the revive at least. Quokka? Quokka? Yeah, he's alive. They can get the revive, though initially he didn't think about it, which is kind of worrying. Toxics could be in a good position here, though. He does only have 1:40 left, but 4 opponents coming in from this angle, he might be able to take down Quokka. Honestly, he should let him past. He needs to let him past. He wants the shot, so he does get them eventually. He's not confirmed the kill yet, he's just kind of staring at it, but no, he does get them eventually. Servatron and also Tugori are going to be looking for him. Oh, he's almost wallbanging Servatron through the wood, but it's not going to get it. A nade coming out. Going to land right next to him, it's going to take him down. There you go, very clean nade from Servatron. Laboratory gunfire. A round that started off so well for Spanish Ball, for the French Onward Union rather, ending so badly. Unfortunate to see that. All of that coordinated smokes, and it looks like the smokes were just a little bit off. If they could block out Ziku and also Xavi's line of sight over towards the west blue room, they could have holed up in there and just destroy Quokka as he went for that flank, but it was not to be. Take a look at the replay for Quokka's triple kill. Replay, yeah. You can see all of that really well placed smoke. You've got Brazier in the blue room, you've got Picasso and Matthew all looking out, and then you got Quokka coming in from the flank. He's sat by that wooden box and he wreaked havoc, took down 3, or like just 2, and Xavi got the other one. Walking past the other member, that was a bit scary. Now we got to take a look at this one, where Quokka just stares at him. I'm not sure what he was doing. Look at this. Did he think he was friendly? He kind of just stared at him till Brazier rapidly flicks back and aimed at him. Then that spooked him a little bit. Maybe Quokka wasn't sure who's friendly and who's not, as he did team kill Xavi very shortly after. Here we go, hopping into this second round now. I hope to see some equally exciting attacks coming from the Spanish Bull Union, but we will have to see. They've been rather uncoordinated, except for those initial 2 rounds on Suburbia. They've been kind of a train wreck ever since.
But the plan is to input the code, you know.
Quokka might be very new to this game, which will explain it, but though the double kill is equally even more impressive if he was new to the game. It looks like they're explaining what the objective of the game is to him. Which is equally worrying and interesting to see how it plays out. What if he hasn't angled the toxics? No, he doesn't. That would be very, very interesting. Some shots coming out from the west courtyard. Is that Picasso? What was he doing? It looks like it was. What he's aiming towards though. A lot of suppressive fire coming out from them along with toxics. What they're aiming at, I'm not sure. They think there's something over there, that's for certain. But Matthew's got to be ready for these 3 guys coming in. He could do some serious damage. This is not a very common position for people to take. Most people take inside the building rather than on the outside here. So will Servatron expect it? Will he hear him? Answer is going to be no. He turns his back. Matthew, you're not going to line that headshot? What is going on there? He does go for the peek around the corner. He takes down Servatron. Also tries to go for 2 Gorion. Gets the headshot. Also finishes off Servatron. Really nice kind of conditioned play there. Very disciplined. That's what I mean. Not conditioned. Disciplined. He waited for that nice clean shot onto both members and he gets both of them. Might be able to tag Snavi, or at least he does see Xavi come across. Toxic's going to have to deal with him eventually. Very shortly or not, Matthew does come in from the flank, takes down Xavi. Now it's just up to Quokka and also Ziku. That western courtyard push completely falling apart with the very disciplined play of Matthew. He's been playing really well this match. I want to see more of that in league matches. I really enjoy it. Been a marksman on Suburbia and also Downfall, and he's been playing incredibly well, even just on these 2 rounds on Bazaar. Still a lot of suppression fire coming out over towards Ziku. He should be able to take down Toxics. Not while he's behind that pillar and it's very dark. And there goes Ziku, headshot by Toxics. Very unfortunate. Also, Quokka drops a nade just next to him. Has to fall back because of it. And also, a failed nade from Matthew just hits the floor. What the plan was there, I'm not certain. Matthew's in such a good position to catch Quokka here. The second he peeks around this corner, he's going to see him. Though nobody ever checks that on Quokka's kind of positioning here. You won't expect someone to be there, but Matthew's going for the flank. He's not holding that angle. Now the question is, can Quokka move fast enough for this flank to not be an issue? Toxic might catch him as he moves across, and yes he does. Quokka gets taken down, eviscerated by Toxics from that west courtyard building. Going to be bringing it to a 1-1. I'm not sure what the outcome could be here. It could go to a 4-3, it could go to a 3-4, it could be a 4-1 and one team will just take it away effortlessly. I'm not certain, we'll have to see. Because Quokka's a wild card now. He played really well on the initial defense round for Spanish Ball Union to get those 2 kills from the flank. And he keep that up if he can. It might go to the Spanish Ball Union as they were on defense starting off. If they just hold these vault grounds, they're good to go. He walks straight past them. Wajir might also get taken down here, but with F6, he walks straight past them. Oh, replays that round that I actually took. That's surprising. I thought I took one at least. Apparently not. Let's just head straight to that screen then. You can listen to the music while we wait for the team to do go. It will be in just under 50 seconds. Possibly even less. Alright, here we go into this. Could be a cap round for the French Onward Union, we'll have to see. Well, this is the third round of Bazaar, the third and final map for this match. It's going to be a Eastern Courtyard objective. This is a quick spawn. I wonder if they're going to rush us or they're going to play it slow. Judging by the fact that they have 3 guys going Main Street, this is going to be a slow one. But it is equally possible for them to go really hard in with Brazier and the others back him up from the flank. What's Xavi doing? This is incredibly ballsy. He should have heard Brazier moving about, and equally so, Brazier would have heard him. And there you go, Xavi is taken down by Brazier, not expecting the quick spawn. That is a killer. An early pick, only 25 seconds in. Here we have the defense on the eastern flank here. What is Quokka doing? This is the inexperience showing. He's not expecting anyone to come up that side, and this will end in his death very shortly. As you can see, Picasso peek this. There he goes. These things you learn over time, though initially they really screw you over. Eventually you'll know the game inside out. Only takes like 2,000 hours if you want to become a jizzy pants, or arsenic if you want to like really train your aim. I don't even know how he does it. He's predisposed. Not sure how do you pronounce it? Predisposed. Last bit doesn't sound right. He's got the genetic ability to keep his arms steady. English is difficult, you see. But they're in a very good position on this eastern flank, all ready to start pushing in. They just need to deal with both 2 Gorion whose feet are sticking out from the wall, and also Ziku from that northern flank. Looks like Picasso's going to be the one to deal with Ziku. There you go, never mind. Ziku is the one that takes down Picasso instead, and Punisher does take down 2 Gorion. Like he just managed to catch the side view as he came up here. They are going to be aware of Ziku on that northern east flank now. If Toxic isn't aware of him, I will be amazed. We also have the push coming out from Ziku on this eastern flank now. Toxic's probably won't expect he might hear the footsteps. He does hear the footsteps and gets taken down. Ziku hits the floor. Toxic's nice hearing. Very good job. That's 2 Buxton points, but never mind. It gets refragged by Servatron from near the objective. This is potential cap territory here. Servatron is not watching the objective. But the question is, will they realise this and go for it? There's only 1 man left. They can just take this round nice and easy with Punisher's position. I don't see any attempts to go for a cap here. Punisher has to hear Servatron at some point. He still hasn't heard him. And Matthew looks like he's going to be going for the cap through the northern passageway, but that will end in his death very promptly. But never mind, Matthew gets him instead. Somehow he predicted him to be there, and he catches him off guard. He didn't catch it. Unbelievable. And that is going to be a clean round for the French Onward Union yet again. Impressive. Score is 4-3-4-1-1-1 in case you were curious like Defilade is. Sorry for that spoilering chat there, but it's hard to remember the 6-minute delay along with everything else. It's difficult. Don't blame me. If we hopefully have the time, we can take a look at some replays from the earlier rounds. Ignore that bit there. Here we have the final round of Suburbia, where Poopshoe gets those kind of on-point smokes on towards the tank objective, very on point actually, and a really nice nade going all the way to the spawn house and downs Punisher behind the fences from Xavi. That is perfect. Very unlucky, came out just the wrong time for that nade to roll up and down him. We also have here the really nice long-range shots from Matthew that we've seen so much this match. They start crossing down from the red truck, but they're a little bit slow with it. Xavi tries to cross over. I'm not sure if he does successfully. Yes, he does, along with Pikachu, but Servatron is not so lucky, and he gets taken down with a nice long-range angle from under the palm tree. Very smooth. Here we go, hopping into this fourth round actually. Fourth round of the final map. This could be another clean one for the French Onward Union, but it might not be as well. It could be a struggle for Spanish Ball Union, or maybe the final map's going to go their favour. My predictions are notoriously awful, so who knows. And here's the rollout. It is a quick spawn for the opposing team. Same spawn, same objective, of course. Looks like the Spanish Ball Union are playing this much more aggressive than the French Onward Union did. Not sending anyone east, but they're sending a guy really hard along this kind of east courtyard wall. Beast stays silent. He could take down Toxics and completely ruin the defense of the French Onward Union without them realizing in the slightest. There goes Toxics peeking. This is going to be a bad way for him. But he definitely hears him. Tugorion rather is approaching incredibly quickly. He's going to be making a lot of sounds. They go round the corner, and Tugorion does get taken down by Toxics, who expected him to be there after hearing those very loud boots. But Ziku and Quokka seem to have they are the duo on this northern flank. If they deal with Matthew, they have a very clear passage on that northern side. But Matthew is very much still alive and kicking for now, and he's popping off shots over towards the other side. There goes Quokka, taken down and also finished off by Matthew. Question is, can they keep that up? Can Matthew keep that up? Can they keep up the kills? Can they keep up this valiant defense? Already a 5v3. They can keep it up. This will be a very clean round for the FOU indeed. And there goes Ziku, headshot by Matthew. They're definitely keeping this up for now at least. Only Servitron and Xavi left to attack this objective. No members of the FOU dead yet. This is going very badly for the SBU. Servitron's starting to sneak up into the objective building now. Picasso is going to be right next to him, ready for any kind of loud move he makes. But Xavi's stomping about behind him. There is no stealth here. Here goes Servitron, begin the corner trading with Picasso. There is a res possible though. If Xavi can get this quickly, this could be a really nice clutch offense from the SBU. Get that reviver, they might be able to get this. Servitron does get revived, instantly finished off by his Toxics as well. Brazil fills the place of Picasso, and Xavi turns his back, not expecting Brazil to be there. And the French Onward Union do take this very clean round, though there is a bit of a scare at the end. Now the question is, can they keep this up for the final round? It's going to be a north center objective. Can they keep that up for Marsoc? And if they can, this will be a 4-1 to the FOU, bringing it to a total of 12-5. 12-5 really doesn't show how close that first map was, but the Fall Apart and Downfall and also Bazaar, not so great. This potentially final round going to be starting in just under 40 seconds, hopefully not going to run to the end of the auto start timer, which in case you are unaware of how it works, in competitive passworded lobbies there is a 2-minute auto start timer, and if you run that down it auto starts, no way to stop it after that. But you can turn off the auto start if you so wish, though you get hit by a brick if you do, by Dakin. He teleports into your play space, gets the same dick he beats us with. Please help us. Casters, we're all locked away. We're in immense emotional and physical discomfort. But here we go, 5th round of the potentially final round, as I said earlier. With that center objective, it's going to be south and east spawn. I have a feeling they might be able to pull this off and it's going to go to a 4-1. I'm not sure how I've got that feeling, but I do. That's all that matters. I feel that's what's going to happen. It's not my prediction, it's my feeling. A very smooth rollout, rather. Kind of a standard defense by Spanish Ball Union, though Zico was really risky running out like that so slowly. I have a feeling Brazil's going to take him down. Is that, can you actually see through that? Yeah, you can. That's actually... I had no idea. That's a really nice angle, actually. Wow. That's something for my book. That's something FAU has abundances of. Is that they're actually pretty good with their unexpected positions. The make or break for the Spanish Ball Union here is if they can rotate their western flank guys in the courtyard over towards the objective fast enough, then they're in a good way. If not, it's going to be... Oh wow, a perfect nade from Toxics there. Takes down Zico on the objective. Quokka also killed by Picasso. What a perfect nade there. There's no way you could ever expect that coming onto you. Wow, impressive. The northern flank now totally open. We are seeing the rotation from the Spanish Ball Union. That is very good to see, but the question is, Hugorion, are you going to stay back there and catch Matthew, or are you going to rush out and get killed by Picasso? Lots of smokes coming in already. We also have a member, Punisher, watching this kind of eastern alleyway. Might see a team kill possibly, if they don't alert him that they're coming out there. Or even if there's just a little bit of a failed memory. And we also have a nade coming out from Punisher. Oh no, it's just a smoke. That's disappointing. It lands perfectly on the two-story. Just on the sign, actually. Impressive. But all of the smoke and still no push. They have to start moving eventually. And there goes Servatron. Headshot by Punisher with a nice 3 bullets. Auto Zavi down with a nade. Zico also confirmed by Brazil as well. This is going to be the final push 1v5 situation. This is really bad for Tugorion. He's going to get that revive onto Zavi, it seems, but it won't save them. Not really. If he stands up... Oh, Matthew just misses Tugorion stomping about. And Tugorion's actually going to take down Matthew. Trade, though. It was actually Picasso that takes him down. You hear him frantically calling out to Picasso, to Zavi rather, but no. A clean kill from Punisher on the fountain ends this map and thus the match for the French Onward Union. An unexpectedly interesting match to watch with that amazing comeback from the French Onward Union on Suburbia, coming up from an 0-3, bringing it really cleanly to a 4-1 on downfall, and also Bizarre. Not really... They had several rounds where they just didn't lose a single person. Spanish Ball Union just couldn't get those kills. Extremely impressive, but that's going to be all we have today. Enjoyed the cast today. There will be more in the coming days, possibly hours. Let's take a look. Let's check this matches page, and yeah, we do have G-Men versus Rome, cast by Silent Night and Sleepy. That will be coming up in 10 PM now, so about 6 hours. 3 AM BST. You can check out the exact timings in your time zone at vrmasterly.com/onward/maxes, or you can just go to the VRMasterly page and navigate through there. Personal preference really, but that will be all for today. Thanks for watching, everybody.